Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problem, you can feel free to contact me at 339-1670. You can call my office, 237-3135. Those of you that have properties to sell, you can also contact me. I want to say a special good night to you, viewers of Real Talk, Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean. Good night to you. Welcome back. Now, viewers, Trinidad and Tobago have seen a lot of murder in the past days. And it's like every time a murder takes place, the individual is always a good boy. Always, always, always. So if the individual was a good boy, why was he gunned down? Why was he gunned down? If the individual was a good boy, why does police have to go after him? Why? In Enterprise, there was a shooting today. Alan Mohammed was killed. And it's like the whole of Enterprise, there's an uproar. According to police reports, Mr. Alan pulled a gun, a Mach 11, on the officers. Why it is the villagers have to up and say this was a good boy when he had an unlicensed weapon, a Mach 11, in his possession. You cannot tell me you are a Muslim and what you're doing is right. You cannot tell me that at all, at all, at all. Because I am a Muslim and I don't go down that road. Feel free to call in 237-3135. Now there's an uproar in Enterprise. The villagers of Enterprise have to be on the alert. The citizens have to be on the alert because of these illiterate clowns on them. The innocent one have to make sure they're in their house by 5 in the afternoon. Now, everybody wants to justify this killing. Why is that all the time? Somebody call and tell me, why is this all the time? The grandmother, the son, the grandmother would say the boy is a good boy. The mother would say he's a good child. Why? Why is this? So he was never a bad boy. Never. You're moving with an unlicensed firearm. You're shooting back at the police. But you're not a bad boy. You're a good boy. Good, you're good. So all these people who get robbed, them is the bad one. The people who get killed under Mr. Alan Mohammed, apparently they were bad. You see, the thing is, I have a problem when they say he's a Muslim and you're operating like this. I have a problem with that. That is why I decided to talk about that tonight. I have a problem with, you cannot tell me you're a Muslim and you pulling gun for people. You can't do that. Not wrong me. You can't do that around me. Now threats are being made to the officers. Why the heck are you threatening the officers? When they getting paid to protect the innocent civilian. This is what I have a problem with now. Hits for the police officers and their family. Threats being made. Let me tell you something. And I will make no apology for this. None. You see, every criminal, every bandit, every gun-toting individual, it should have a squad in the police force that just designed to go after gun carriers in Trinidad and Tobago. Just go after them. Because innocent people are being robbed. Innocent bystanders are being shot with bullets. And that is okay for the public. It's okay for the bandits. And nobody mustn't say nothing. The lives of the officers, they are at risk because killing of a bandit. So now the police not even safe doing their work. So my concern and my voice to the commissioner, create a team. Create a team. You know, San Fernando have a gang going on and they in guns, swoop down right down on them. Go down. In different parts of the world, there are sniper crews. They will swoop down on an area, come down, clean it up, and that is the end of that. Let me tell you something. In Dubai, if they catch a thief and they chop out your hand, they will chop it out for you. Down here, they're afraid to implement the death penalty because it is against human rights. So a civilian like me now will get gunned down. You understand? But John Doe, the government mining John Doe in prison. And then they're complaining about their food. And then the state's complaining about they're spending X amount of dollars mining John Doe. What tripped me this evening is when Enterprise rail up. I know Enterprise. I know Enterprise. From top to bottom. Everybody wants to kill the police. Because an unruly gang leader get killed. So he is right and the police is wrong. Let me tell you something. I different, you know. I different, you know. I different, you know. If I had to clean up a village, I just do things different, you know. I want you to understand that. I will do things different, you know. There's a killer in the area. A mother come to me, say so and so and so. Good. I just do spiritual reading for people. Moms, do so and so and so and so and so. And you're done with that. Nobody has to be threatened. You're done with that. That is me. People can say, oh, you're using spirit and you're doing bad. Really? What about the mother who lost her innocent son? Nobody is studying the mother crying. Caller, good night. Caller, you there? The body is studying the mother crying. Now these police officers now, we're going on with them and their family. Because they kill one man in Enterprise, everybody wants to kill the officers in Enterprise. Why? It tripped me. It tripped me this evening to know that is what's going on. The ISIS, good. Officers, bad. It's to create a sniper crew. To create a sniper crew and go down in areas and clean it up. Clean it up. Call her good night. You see, when I come and talk like this now, hello there? People go say, Saeed, you're bad. You're not supposed to talk like that. That's the first thing they would say. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
I want to let you know, Real Talk is real, and I enjoy your show very much. Last night I called with an issue about TSTT and my billing, and today Real Talk contacted me, and I got some answers from them. And I want to thank you very much. Real Talk is real. I hope everybody support your program. This was very efficient and very good. Thank you very much, and thanks to your staff.
Thank you, my friend. When I talk, I wrong. You understand? We mustn't come out and we mustn't say nothing. I just deal with police officers, and I say it on national television. Local and regional are locked on to Real Talk. Now listen to this. There are people who will believe in spiritual work, and there are people who don't believe. Listen carefully. There are officers I just deal with. And you just hear people saying that spiritual people is monk people. Let me tell you something. It have officers in Trinidad and Tobago that I just see about. You know why? You know why? Too much of foolishness taking place. Too much of foolishness taking place. I have mounted certain officers in certain departments in Trinidad and Tobago Police Force that when you go on your raid, even though they shoot at you, nothing happening to you. I say that on national television. And those officers' life who are being threatened, feel free to come by me. You know why I'm saying that? Because too much of time, too much of bloody time. Every time police shoot a bandit, it's because the police had to live in fear. They had to live in fear. They had to worry about their family. They had to migrate. They had to go and stay. It's too much of bloody thing. Too much of thing. That's why I said this year I'm rolling different. I'm rolling different this year. As I said the other day, I'm grounded. I'm grounded this year. Nobody is rocking me. I do business who here. You're a bandit, it don't bother me. You're a rogue officer, it don't bother me. You're a minister, it don't bother me. You're a hitman, well, you better again. It's easier for you to get an accident and I can't dead. It's easier that way. Because this year, I plan to step up and change my ball game altogether. My family is secured. Because if God open your eye and you see the kind of entity that wrong my family, you will beg God to close your eye or to get blind. See what happened? When they tried to kidnap my son, what happened? Less than 7 days, I come back on television and tell them, I get 3 of them blind. Come and charge me for it. Come and charge me for getting 3 bandits blind. I'm from Charlieville. I have a house in Charlieville here. And I ain't running from no bandit. I don't care what ISIS you're from or what sis you're from. It's too much of madness taking place. You will tell me a whole village uproar because a bandit get killed? And all the woman in the hijab running in the hospital because he get killed and he was my friend and he was my cousin. When you robbing people and you're getting the money, you ever say nothing. Now we get gunned down. It's a problem. It's a problem now because you get gunned down. No more money for you. According to Berkey, from Silots, Muslim moving with guns, well boy, is a sort of clown. And I will stand right here and say it. I tell you, I'm moving this year different, you know. Me a business who it is now, you know. It's a different thing altogether. Altogether is a different thing. Because I will use what God gave me to mount officers to make sure they do their work the correct way. The correct way. There's too much of madness. There's too much. When I see the whole enterprise by the hospitals, like, what the hell? One bandit get killed and all that? If the boy was a good boy, what did Mark 11 doing in the car? What it doing in the car? Why is it in your possession? You're a good boy. You're a Muslim. You're a Muslim. Call her good night.
Yeah, good night. You're trying to be Ian Allen or what?
Really? Why
Yeah.
you don't step out your house and come and stand up for somebody?
What about? You're saying you're doing friends on people.
Why you don't step out your house and come and stand up for somebody? Nobody had to be nobody here. We talk about trying to be like Ian Allen. Ian Allen trying to fix the country. And it's the same thing I hear trying to do. While you sleeping home in your bed, them officers' family have to wonder what's going on with them. But when somebody stand up and say, oh, you're trying to be this one, it's clung like all of us who illiterate have the place like this. You can call your boyfriend or your husband with a 50 cent. Love, where you there? But you want to call me to get embarrassed on national television. I have a software coming. I have a software coming down. You see, for all them clowns and them who like to call, you call me tonight, tomorrow I'll lighten up with your house and your picture. Ooh, it's sad to come out. Sad to come out. Call her good night.
Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Saeed, I grew up in Enterprise, right? As a little girl, we used to have a bucket and tote water from Enterprise, from the train line.
Audio rise.
from the train line,
Yes.
straight down to in Orlando village. That's where my mom was from. And we never had no Muslim living in Enterprise. We never had no shooting going on in Enterprise. I was almost 60 years old. Never had them stupidness in Enterprise. Everybody was our one love. Everybody used to live good together. Everybody used to look after everybody else's children. We never had that.
Thank you. This is madness. This is madness. Like I say, create a sniper crew in the TTPS, and you go in every area, and you deal with it. Like I said before, every time you hear the police hold a bandit, and they go before the magistrate, in 2 or 3 days you get in bail and you're coming out, and when they do check, you have a rap sheet long from Sanford down to Port of Spain. Held with gun 10 times. Bail for kidnapping. Bail for rape. That's why the Attorney General was saying, over 2,000 rape case in the court, 14 years, and your trial is start. In the meantime, the accused walking outside, doing what them want. Doing what them want. I tell you, it tripped me this evening when I see the whole in front of the hospital lady, the health center in Montrose, the boy. Call her good night.
Good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
How are you going, darling? Them watching our handsome.
Hello, you there?
You on Alan?
It's sad, it's sad.
Them really good. Like they're jealous, yeah, what, Saieed?
Huh?
They're jealous, yeah?
What I go jealous me for, girl?
But you're so handsome, you're in front of Ian Allen, or what? Like you pay them to call? Enjoy your night, darling. You're doing a good job.
Thank you, my friend. You see, I different, you know. I different, you know. You don't come around me like that, you know. I will smell you from 2 miles away and send something to trip you while you're coming, you know. That's why I could have come on national television and said what I do to the 3 kidnappers that interfere with my son. And I didn't afraid. Anybody want to come in running. But I want to let you understand the individual who all are running into. Because while all are planning, I gain information while all are planning. It's sad, boy. Call her good night.
Night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead.
I did some work on that area in Concrete area, running some water lines at one time, and we had police working with us. And those guys come out with gun, and the police turned their face to another direction and pretend they didn't see. So it is good that we're reaching somewhere under Mr. Gary right now, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Create a sniper crew and go down. In Burroughs' days, let me tell you something. Things was different, you know. It was different, you know. Call her good night.
Yeah, call her good night.
Go right
I want
ahead.
to address you, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead, sir.
All right, Rio Claro Magistrate Court. Police just be holding roadblock all about it. It's not a problem. Sometimes you get a ticket for a tire or a cracked windshield or speeding or whatever the case may be, right? When you go to pay a ticket now in Rio Claro Court, you imagine the cash are closing by 9 o'clock and 9:30. When you go there to reach 10 o'clock, so you leave Port of Spain to reach up there, you reach 11 o'clock. To pay the ticket, they're telling you about the cash are closed, come back the next day. When you go back the next day, you reach 9 o'clock now, they tell you they close 8:30. So this is an issue somebody who in charge need to address. So workers going to work and getting paid for whole day and closing cash 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the Rio Claro Courthouse.
Thank you, my friend. Now, let me explain something. In the Rio Claro Courthouse, since the Provincial Magistrate Court, the deemed unfit, the Princeton Court is at the Rio Claro Magistrate Court from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Princeton matters does be at the Rio Claro Courthouse. And you have to reach early in the morning, before 11, for a Rio Claro matter that goes to the Rio Claro Court. That is how it is in the Rio Claro Magistrate Court presently. And it's a sad situation. You know why I say that? The security booth outside by the gate, I will go up there and shoot a video, and you will see what I'm talking about. People who come in to attend the evening matter, which is the Princeton Court, they just be there in the evening at the Rio Claro. People just have to stand up in the hot sun without a tent in the Rio Claro Magistrate Court there. So if rain fall, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to shelter. Inside the magistrate, by the cashier, the most amount of people could accommodate is probably about 10 people for the most. And the door is be closed. So there's a sad thing going on in the Rio Claro Magistrate Court. I don't know what is the key back for opening the Princeton Magistrate Court. I have no idea what is the key back. Because that building, they're standing there doing nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Caller, good night. Caller, are you there? It's sad we're going on in Trinidad. And when somebody stand up for it now, we have foolish callers. Let's sick. I ain't afraid, you know, because one thing I know, nobody here playing foolish around me. You know why I say that? You might feel your bed shaking in the night. So better you keep your mouth zipped. I tell you that on national television. National television. Shifting a little bit from the crime viewers. A 16-year-old schoolboy was charged with sexual intercourse of a 15-year-old schoolgirl in their school compound. What do you think about that now? Caller, good night.
Yes, caller. Yes, good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead, sir.
Right. Concerning the killing in Enterprise.
Yes.
Everybody go want to say that the police wrong and this and that, but and the son is a good boy.
Yes.
But what you do with that kind of machine in your vehicle?
That is what I'm saying.
And the next thing I have to say again too, for the people who have the hit on Mr. Gary Griffith, he should march down a team and go for that two people who want to live down.
Two rival gangs.
Yes, because they're trying to clean up this country and bring it back to a safer place. True. And people kicking against it.
Yes.
And I find Mr. Gary Griffith should take this very serious and go after them.
Yes, very serious.
Shoot to kill.
Exactly, one shot, one kill.
Yeah, I have no problem with that because the same guns could affect people, innocent people, families out here.
Yes.
And I would like Mr. Gary Griffith to hear this conversation here, and I want him to go after the people who have that hit on him.
Believe me, he just sit down and watch Real Talk.
And I want him to kill everybody in that gang member. Don't lock them up. Kill them.
One shot, one kill.
Yes. Good night, and you're doing a very good job, Mr. Saieed.
Thank you, my friend. 16 years old schoolboy. Sexual intercourse with a 15 years old schoolgirl on the compound. And when they build the Sex Offender Act registry and you publish it, there are people who will kick against it because of the individual. Let me tell you something, I'm hitting this hard, you know. Because like I was saying last, I want to know if my neighbors are sex predator, you know. Because I have 2 sons. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said. How are you good, man?
All right, go right ahead.
Said, you know that if this waste of time police commissioner where we had who was acting like he was in Hollywood, you know, if all that time that he spent acting as a police commissioner, that he had given the support that the police officers needed all along, like how Gary Griffith given them.
Yes.
And really leading from in front, like how a leader supposed to lead.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
all this nonsense that going on wouldn't have reached so far.
True.
All our enterprise dotishness that was going on all along. And they threatening and want to shoot at the police and thing. You see, like what happened today? If somebody like Gary Griffith was there all along, every time you see they come with the nonsense, it'll be body bag and funeral hearse going in the enterprise and cutting them out by the dozen. And by now, that whole area would have been cleaned up and back to how it was. But again now, it's all these people, these parents and them, who raise these pests, these roaches and them, and just distressing innocent people, lives, and making the place really unlivable. I wonder how they just feel to know that this kind of thing come out from their own belly, and now they unleash it onto the population. True. And then, when they get killed now, the same set of them, who didn't raise them pests and them parasites and them properly to be upstandard citizen and work to earn a living and only want to distress people and then using the good religion to mama guy their way through society as if they're so upstanding and decent because they had them in all kind of religious way. And when they get killed now, they're the best and they're the most innocent. You understand?
Yes.
I say let the police do the work and let them keep catching them out from the load. Enjoy the rest of the evening, man.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, switching from the 16-year-old boy, we're going to a coconut vendor have been charged with sexually penetrating and touching a 14-year-old girl. 44-year-old Dave of Coconut. So you tell me, viewers, you tell me if putting up these men pictures for the public to see, is it wrong? Let me tell you something. As long as an underage girl or child make a report to the police, this man assaulted me, the doctor proved that she was forced into a sex act. Let me tell you something. Rape is a serious thing. Rape does traumatize people. It has traumatized you. It has caused you to go into a state that you don't want to be with nobody. You don't want to marry, you don't want to settle down, you don't want to go out with anybody. That's what has happened. That's what has happened. So you tell me now, as long as you have all these proof, from the girl, to the police, to the doctor, is a problem putting them up for the public to see in the sex offender registry. It's a problem. Caller, good night.
Sorry, these
people who doing these things like with little girls and little boys, why the guys should bring out a law for these people and them and put these people and them away for life. Don't even put them out back in the community. All these activities were going on in Trinidad. Thank God for guys, they said come out and your program and other programs. These are something that educating the people, knowing that's going on in Trinidad and Tobago, right? All the activities, all the bad activities are going on in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder how it is so bad that when a foreigner call in our country and saying that they want to come in Trinidad and never been in Trinidad, and they want to come in Trinidad and they don't want to come in Trinidad anymore because of the crime. That is not a nice thing, that knowing that the world is seeing what's going on in Trinidad. Trinidad becoming so bad now. People failing to come in Trinidad again. They don't want to come in Trinidad.
That's true.
All these things are happening in all these other different areas that are these criminal activities going on. I wonder how these children just sleep in the night knowing that these children doing this thing. And then come out on national television or coming out and bawling, saying that this son was a good child. And I wonder how them just sleep, if them just sleep good in the night and knowing that these things is not right for our little generation coming. How long we gonna go? Is this gonna continue to generation to generation? All the talk show and other talk shows is educating we in Trinidad and Tobago.
Exactly.
Seeing what's going on in Trinidad. We never had this in the past in 2000 in 1917 and things. We never had these things what we see now.
No.
Now I get a big man and I see what's going on, really going on in Trinidad and Tobago. We never had this. And now we have to sit down and watch it, and we have to be scared for we family to go out there. Now we have to know what time to reach home, what time to protect each other in every different way. We can't even send them by our own uncle or we aunt or anybody, because time for them to reach home is something happening to our children, kidnapping and all this stuff. How these things, how people lying and sleeping and knowing that these things going on, and their son or the uncle or somebody doing these things, and it's terrible. It's really, really terrible. Thank God for your program that we are educating and seeing what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. And it's really shameful that knowing that foreigners calling our country and...
Thank you, my friend. Now, Gary Griffiths, our commissioner, is telling the criminal element in Trinidad and Tobago it is not business as usual. It is not business as usual, because your business affecting the safety of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago who are working an 8-to-5 job. And your business is affecting the people. Not too long, businesses in enterprise had to shut down. People had to leave enterprise. A lot of people called me, Saieed, we're looking for a house anywhere out of Central. Out of Central. They're moving out completely. I am so glad that we have a commissioner is not afraid to die for his job. He is not afraid to die. And that is one good thing I admire about him. I admire that about him very much, very, very much. Now, switching a little bit from Gary to the TTPS. The TTPS is warning citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that it is illegal to share victims of human trafficking, victims of sex rings, prostitutes. It is illegal to share these photographs. And if they catch you doing it, you will be charged between $50,000 to $100,000 and you will be jailed. Because the raid that they made yesterday with the 19 Spanish-speaking girls between the ages of 15 to 17 have been plastered all over social media. All over social media. I respect the photo of the girls and them, hence the reason why I did not put it up. Because they are minors. They are minors. They are under 17 years of age. So there are certain lines that I draw also. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali. I think that young lady that called a while ago, she has a lame brain. She's uneducated and she don't care what is going on in Trinidad and Tobago.
I wonder, I just saying this, if she had a son or a daughter that was killed by a bandit or raped, would she be calling in to ask me if I'm trying to be Ian Allen? You see, the thing is, and I've been saying this over and over, Saieed Ali could only be Saieed Ali. I cannot be nobody else. Because here, I am not portraying nobody else. I just do spiritual work. Why would I want to be a portrait of somebody else? Why? Why? So for the young girl who call you, think about that. If you step in my shoes, you would understand me. Since you're stepping in your own one, make sure you have burglar proof in your house. Or make sure when you're going out, you strap your money to your pocket. Because you never know when somebody could snatch your purse. And that's my message to you for being foolish. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
What I was saying earlier on about the squad in the police service to take down one shot, one kill. If you can remember, that happened in New York. They used to call them the sniper police.
Yep.
They're taking out anybody who feel there's killers. And
yes.
they clean up New York in 6 months. But what happened in Trinidad, when they set police to do these things, they just put their name and picture on the press and in the electronic media, and that will just be endangering the family.
Yes.
They're supposed to not to do that.
Keep that
because
private.
In New York, they used to have to cover their face when they're going to deal with bandits. And the squad, nobody didn't know who they were. The squad you're trying to talk to bring in Trinidad and Tobago.
True.
Have a good night, sir.
Thank you, my friend. You see, this is thing for the people of Trinidad and Tobago to understand what is taking place in outside countries. They're cleaning it up. They're cleaning it up. Boy. But anyhow, switching from that a little bit, a Shokona's businesswoman who was sentenced to 12 years was ordered to pay an individual, I wouldn't call his name, for safety reasons concerning money, a little over $1 million for throwing acid on him in her business place. This matter happened on the 29th of August, 1991. And thank God, the individual finally got justice. Look how long. Since 1991, we're in 2019, and he now got justice. So you see how long that case went on for before the individual could get justice? What happened is that the individual and the business owner had a dispute, and she called him into his business place, into her business place, and told him, take that. and she threw acid on him. When he tried to run, she did it again. But she was spared of 10 strokes from the cat o' nine tail. So my thing is, to the magistrate, the guy is disfigured because of the acid that was thrown on him. So why you didn't allow her to get the cat o' nine tail now? The 10 strokes. That's my thing to the magistrate. Call her good night.
Good night. I just want to address something. I don't know if the police and the traffic warden.
Audio guys.
It have on the from Monroe Road going up El Carmen, not El Carmen, Warren, from around Shiklisha there. On mornings from around 6 to 9, there is a no entry sign by TIA school, which is a Muslim school. There's going up to overtaking and going through a no entry sign and coming out like a little higher up. Right? Which is like plenty, all the green band maxis and plenty cars that be going through that no entry sign.
Yes.
This is the problem we have in here, like the traffic going, plenty people following the traffic, but these maxis and one or two vehicles will be going through, cutting through this no entry sign and going through. So like if police come there, they could give probably people tickets for about 100 vehicles every morning in it. Somebody have to really see about this because it could cause serious accidents. Children will be going to school there. They could knock them down all the speed that is be going with. Somebody really have to really look into this and see about it because there's a right by in Robert Street. When you pass Shiklisha going up, there's a street on your right-hand side named Robert Street. It have TIA school, which is I believe is a Muslim school, and it have a no entry sign. As you're going there, they're going through and coming out like I see a little higher up to bypass certain traffic. And they overtaken from by Shiklisha around that corner, coming straight up till that Robert Street, and bolting up like 200 miles per hour going up the road, cutting through there the no entry and coming out higher up now in it. Traffic wardens or police, somebody, I don't know if somebody could be really paying attention to that and see what it is going on every morning from Monday to Friday, from around 6 to 9.
Okay, I will get in touch with the traffic department and we'll see what we can do about that. Thank you, my friend. Now switching gears a little bit, viewers. Frank C. Passad, Justice Frank C. Passad, was saying yesterday in Naparima School in the 120th Foundation Day ceremony, he was saying to the people that teachers need to be recognized. Teachers need to be respected. And they should have a salary like a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer because of the fact that they are teaching children in school. Now I'm going to tell you something. It is take a lot from a teacher to teach a student. You have to have patience. You have to have patience. So Justice Frank C. Passad, he wants the government to acknowledge the teachers, in other words. Acknowledge the teachers because the teacher is the one who are teaching them. They are giving them the knowledge that they need to survive in today's world. And it's sad to know sometimes teachers have to protest for their own rights. It's sad to know that teachers have to come out with students and protest for their school buildings. And I agree with Justice Passad. I agree with him. So the Ministry of Education, get down. I know me and you we don't saddle, you know. We don't saddle. Come out, meet with your teachers, find out what the issues is, and deal with it. Because, Minister of Education, you didn't reach there just so, you know. You had to be taught by a teacher. to get the education you have to reach where you is. So come out. If you ain't coming out, send out your staff. Because the education system in Trinidad is going down. Very, very bad. It's going down. Switching from education, we're going to health. Mr. Terence Dial Singh. According to Terence Dial Singh, at the diplomatic center in St. Anne's yesterday, he was saying that the government of Trinidad and Tobago have allocated $1 billion to rebuild for the construction of the new Central Tower block at the Port of Spain General Hospital. $1 billion will be awarded to Shanghai Construction Company. Is that the same $1 billion that was going for the Sandal project? I don't know, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Election coming just now. All the time was tightening your belt while money was spending. Well, I guess now is we should slacken our belt now. I don't know, I'm just saying. To the Minister of Health, we should slacken our belt now. Because just last night I was saying, well, how come you ain't allocate money for the health? And today, at St. Anne's Diplomatic Center, you come out and tell the public, government have allocated and will approve $1 billion. Let's see how things happen. See how things happen. That's how things happen. Because the Ministry of Works and Transport getting money, how come you ain't getting? How come you ain't getting? So this is real talk, where we bring issues of Trinidad to the people. I, for one, will continue coming here. I will continue doing my show. I will continue educating the nation, not only in Trinidad, but regionally. And there's no one to stop me. None. Because I will not hesitate to use what God gave me. I will not. As long as I'm standing up for the right thing, I will not hesitate. So viewers, feel free to call in about your concern. As you see the guy calling today, all the time he waiting on TSTT for months. We called one day and he got result. There's a lot more that have gotten results with their issues and they will be calling in. They have called us today to let us know that side we got through it so and so, we got through this one, we got through that one. We will be coming in and we will be calling in on air to let the people know how long they have been waiting to get through with things. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Said, I have a problem, sir. I was watching the television, your video on this night, and all these kids, these girls, smoking marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My son, he's 15 years of age, and I don't know how he found himself in possession of 0.04 grams of marijuana in his bag in a school. And he was arrested by the Shogun's police made to spend a night in the cell amongst criminals. And when I saw these kids smoking marijuana, these girls, and they get 7 days suspension. What I would like to ask very much, sir, is there one law for you and one law for me?
Did your son say where he got the marijuana from?
Well, yes, we questioned him, sir. He lent money to this guy, and this guy, he bought the marijuana in the school. But it so happened that they had a search. So my kid stuffed his bag in the classroom and went outside. So when they searched, they got it in his bag. I questioned him several times to ask him, well, son, you're a good kid. I'm a single parent. I bring you up. I take you to church. You're a good child. And he said, Dad, I don't smoke. I have no idea where this came from. But according to the security in the school, they did some investigation and they decided to charge my son for being in possession of 0.04 grams of marijuana. He was arrested by the Shoguanas police, made to spend one night in the cells in the Shoguanas police station amongst themselves. But when I saw these kids smoking, these 6 girls smoking marijuana in the school, I saw the video. I have the video on my phone right now. And when I saw this, I want to know, hey, I'm looking at the first girl, the red girl.
Call me tomorrow and come down to my office. We will sit and talk and we'll deal with it. Oh, before I end, viewers, I'm looking for a recording studio that does voicing for commercial. So if anybody's out there that is hearing this, please get in touch with me tomorrow. You can call my office at 237-3135 or you can contact me at 339-1670. Viewers, we are almost out of time for tonight. But do join me tomorrow. It's Fire Friday tomorrow. Tell your friends, tell your family. Whether you're in Trinidad or out of Trinidad, you can view us on Facebook, like Real Talk page. Subscribe on YouTube, and you will know when we are live. Tell your friends, tell your family. It's Fire Friday tomorrow. It's where you, the viewers, have the opportunity to call in and voice your concern about your area. Be safe. Good night.